Good day, everybody. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and this is your heart-to-heart spirit message. This is a time where we sit back and we check out and we talk to spirit, we talk to source, and we get reacquainted and we ask what's on our mind, and we become open to the messages that are coming across from spirit. And this is for the weekend of March 26th and 27th. So let's see what guidance Spirit has for you today, what words Spirit has for you today. So the first message is your angels, spirit guides want you to know that we are with you. And Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and the love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you received care and love at the start of your life. Caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So you could have someone who is transitioning and you are taking care of them. Spirit wants you to know that you are not alone. They see the pain or sacrifices that you make, helping others transition, helping others have peace with this time of transition. They see that you put other people's concerns and the well-being of others before yours. And they want to acknowledge that and let you know that even though during this time of transitioning and during this time of helping others transition, that you may feel alone, you are never alone. And even though that this can be a lonely time and a time of sadness, Spirit is always with you. And to never feel like you are walking this path alone. Have fun. Now, isn't that interesting that we have these two really deep cards, and then we have one that says, stop, have fun, take some time for yourself. Because during this process of helping others transition, it can be sometimes overwhelming, sometimes daunting, sometimes very emotional. And we have to take that time out for ourselves to just to acknowledge that even though we are helping others cross over, or even though we are there at the end of their lives, or even though we are the caretakers of those who are transitioning in this time, and even though this may be sad and a sad time and we may feel alone, that we need to take a step back and realize that we at some aspect are still human, and that human contact, emotional contact, that fun, getting out in the fresh air, going for a walk, doing something that resonates as fun to you is, I feel in this case, kind of mandatory for you, right? Because we can only deal with so much sadness and so much grief and so much loss. We can only deal with the energy of helping others during this transitional time. And I don't mean just the ones that are passing. I mean their family and loved ones. If you are the person who not only helps in this transition, but you are the person who talks to the family, who lets the family know, who are there to who are there just for a shoulder to cry on and someone to talk to. And through all of that, surrounded by the caregiver side, the side that helps transition, the sadness, the death, the loneliness, there's still that part of you that needs to have fun, that needs to express, that needs to be surrounded by family and friends, and that needs to give yourself permission to just go out and forget about, even if it's for a minute, to release this and let this energy go and step into the energy of fun and excitement and joyfulness. You could also be someone who um, who is in the midst of a family member getting ready to pass, and you may be feeling as if, you know, things are out of your hands and you're helpless and very emotional at this time. You're being guided to just let go for a minute and go out and have fun. Sorrow and sadness and loneliness, it's very easy to go down that rabbit hole and for those feelings to become the norm. And we all know that death is inevitable for us all. And even though we are attached to this physical body, it's the spirit, the soul, the essence that leaves and transitions. This physical part of us is just a shell. And yes, we have become emotionally connected to it because it is our identity, but it is not our essence. It is not our soul. It's just the shell that our essence and our soul lives in for an amount of time. So that essence, that spirit, that soul needs to have fun. It needs to release. It needs to let go. Starseed, raise your vibration of the planet through your radiant loving light. And you're being asked to raise your vibration, to not, as I talked about the rabbit hole, to not go down that rabbit hole of low energy, low vibration, sadness, guilt, hurt, pain, blame. When a person passes and transitions, no matter how they do it or how it happens, it is a part of life. And we can raise our vibration to help the process on a spiritual level. I mean, here's the thing. During this time of transition, energy is energy, and they can still feel the energy as a person that you're giving off. And if that's an energy of helplessness and hopelessness and loss and sadness, ask yourself if you would want this person to feel that as they transition from this human existence to a spiritual existence, right? So we want to raise that vibration, and we want to send out the love and the light, and we want to help them make this transition and it be as enlightened and as loving as possible. Abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance open naturally open. Intuition. And follow your intuition. You know what needs to be done. Abundance can be seen in many forms and can be accepted in many forms. It can be accepted, of course, as financial, as of things, but it also can be manifested and accepted in feelings. Feeling of love, abundance of love, a feeling of abundance of light, a feeling of abundance of peace, of gratitude, of hope. So as you are helping in this transition, or if you're part of someone, or if you're part of the family who is there during this time of transition, go through this time with your loved one with love and light and happiness and hope, and raise that vibrational energy so that the passing over, the crossing over, the transition can be one of beauty. Because when they're still in that energy of life, we don't want them to go through this transition worrying about how we are dealing with their death. It is not about us at that time. It's about making this transition as comfortable as possible. So, and make sure you're taking time for yourself. So this is your heart-to-heart message with Spirit for the weekend of March 26th and 27th. Thank you so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you today. And until next time, take care of you.